Good morning. Welcome to the Jim of All Trades show. Happy Monday to you. Mondays are horrible usually because we got to get back to work, but the markets are moving and we're coming to a head here. I just want to put this video out so we can get you an update on where the market is. Glad you're with me. We're going to make this a quick video, but I'm going to make it as quick as I can. But I also want to just show you what we're looking at and show you why we're thinking it. So I would stick around. There's good rationale here, and good belief that we are getting ready to head down for a largish correction right after a push up right around to the $8,500 mark is what I'm thinking. Let me show you why I think that. All right, before we get going, just want to remind you I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not a bank or anything of that nature. I am just here to show you how I trade and show you how I spend my money, but not yours. Hope I can teach you what I know and it helps you. What you're looking at right now is the BTC chart on the 8 hour. And this is my basic Elliott wave count without any of the subcounts. This is just my basic count. We've got our clear one followed by a two. This was the three wave, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The three wave here with a really dinky four wave, which that's the only part of my count I don't like. Okay, that's really the only part of my count I really don't like. Because if that's not the case, that this whole thing is a three wave, and then we're coming down for four, and then we're going up for five, and then we're coming down steeper after that later. I'm thinking this is five, we're coming down steep and then going up. That would be for me. I would like that better. But we're gonna have to see what the market gives us, and we'll know better as the market gives us what it gives us. So this whole thing might be a three wave and it might be complete. That's a possibility. Or we have one more little push up to go. So I'm going to tell you why this is hard to know. So my two possible scenarios. I think everything on this count is okay as everything is clear up to here, the four wave, and then this wave is just really, really hard to count. So we're going to zoom in and I'm going to show you what we're seeing here. I'm going to show you two possibilities that I'm seeing for Bitcoin right now. Okay, first off, this could be, I'm just going to get rid of this. We know this is the fifth wave that we're dealing with. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of that so we can see, and I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Let's go into the 2 hour chart and zoom in here. There we go. Let's get the whole wave in it. Awesome. All right. So here is our four wave, and so we came up and found a reaction. I think this is the one wave followed by the two. Okay. So if I label that for you, so in the fifth wave, there's five subwaves. For those of you who are new to Elliott Wave and new here to the channel, something I've covered in the past. But your fifth wave will have five subwaves in it. So there's the one wave, and there's the two. Now the question is this three right here? Or is this three? Now, three tends to be a longer wave. And so, yeah, if this is three, this is four, and that's five, this wave is done. Okay? So, if that's the case, if that's what we've actually completed, and that's certainly a strong possibility, I want to say that again, that is a strong possibility, then what this is after this completed wave is an ABC. Now, if that's the case, more than likely we are coming down to do this. A. This is B, and we're coming down for C. Okay. Now, if that's the case, and I'm going to get rid of the waves there and just show the labels. There we go. If that's the case, what kind of target are we looking for in this scenario? Well, I put it on Facebook the other night and got a lot of reaction to it. But this is what I'm seeing. We're seeing a either now this is also difficult, and I'll show you why it's difficult. Either a move down to 6400, which there's no structure here, so that makes me say probably not. I'm going to take this down to here, to the wick, and bring this down about 6,000, and there is structure right there at 6,000. So I'm looking for a target at about 6,000. Here's the one-to-one extension at the 6,400. I'm not thinking that that's the scenario, but we should be basically, we finished up the B wave. We should be looking at a C wave coming down. Now that C wave should have five subwaves coming down, so it's going to look something like this. If this is what we're doing. Again, not sure if this is the count or not, but it's a possibility. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, something like that, right? So we'll be coming down in 5 waves. So that's kind of scenario one. This is the bear case is not really a bear case because if all of that is right, then after this ABC correction, then we should be looking for a pull up. We should be looking to go up from here. Um, so that's scenario one. Let's talk about scenario two and the likelihood of it. Okay, scenario two is that actually this wave is three, the third wave. Okay, and we're dealing with this is the fourth wave here, and so we're dealing with a fifth wave up to about 8,500. That's what I'm thinking. Now, why would I think that? Well, we'd have to zoom in and look at this wave and see. First off, we've got an ABC here, potentially. It could be a potential 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that would support the other count that I just gave you, which I didn't share a minute ago. So this wave could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, excluding this wick, and that's a 1 wave or an A wave, followed by a 3 wave B, and then a C. Now, that's hard because this looks very 5 wave-ish as well, and so we're having a hard time seeing the differentiation in these waves, and so well, it was pretty difficult here. So we're just giving you all the scenarios and just say, okay, well, this is what it could or couldn't be. All right. So if this is the 3 wave, okay, then our sub count would be a sub count of 3, which has 5 waves. 1, 2, let's see, 3, 4, and then 5 up here. Okay, so that's a scenario as well. We follow by an ABC or an A. Now, this could be A, B, and C. We could also get that other correction as well. And let me just show you that is a possibility as well. If this is 5 waves followed by 3 and 5, that might be a flat. A flat correction is where the B wave comes up to the height of the top of the A wave there. And so that's a possibility. And so a flat looks something like this. Flat corrections look something like this. And let me put the wave on that so you can see it. No. Show the wave. There we go. And so a flat kind of goes sideways flat. So that's a possibility as well, what we're looking at here for a 4 wave. Okay, so we want to be mindful of that scenario as well. That puts structure right here as well, and that would be a good stopping point there. This should be we would in this scenario we would probably exclude the wick, and we would measure it something like this, excluding the wick. Something like that, where we have the one-to-one extension right here at the structure, and that's a perfect flat there. Okay, so hey, there's a possibility for a flat correction. Okay, so we'll be watching that as well, and then we're still going up for 5 waves. Okay, and so that in this scenario, this would put us up a lot higher. This would put us up a lot higher than the 5,800. So I guess there's a third scenario I wasn't thinking about earlier. What if that's the case? Where would that put us on that 5th wave? That would put us, we're going to measure the extension from the bottom to the top of 3 to the bottom of where we think 4 should be. No, yeah, okay, yeah, that would put us up around the $9,000 range. Right here in this ballpark, 9 to 95. So if that's the case, yeah, that's what we're looking at potentially if this becomes a flat. So if this, we'll watch this wave and we'll see what this wave does. Okay, if this becomes a flat, then we're expecting something up here. That's gonna be a great trade opportunity right there. If we get this wave coming down here and it reacts there, that'll be a good trade opportunity for Bitcoin. Now let me show you the final scenario of what we might be looking at. All right. And then I'm gonna, after I show you the scenario, I'm gonna show you how we're gonna know which one it is as it's being made. Okay, so finally, this is still 3. This was ABC, and that's complete. So that would be the 4 wave, and then so we're coming up for 5 waves. And what you can see here is that we've got 1, 2, 3, we're making the 4, and we're going up for 5, and this will be a smaller 5, which actually is more in line with the shape of this wave. So I'm leaning to this count in particular. I'm leaning to this one, and so basically your 1 wave was right here. Okay, and so Let's see, we're making the 4 right now. I expect the 4 to come down somewhere around here, um, in this ballpark, and so that puts us right here around the 85 at the 618 extension, which is the where 5 lands when you measure the extension from 1 to 3 to 4. So yeah, we're looking at about 85 to $8,600 depending on where this 4 lands. I don't think the 4 is finished. We're going to zoom in here in just a minute, and I'm going to show you why I don't think the 4 is finished. But this count would look like this just to see the waves. I'm going to go down to the 1 hour chart and see if we can get a little bit bigger. Okay, I got a little lag. Um, all right. Yep. Sorry. I just had this ever since the other day. I just had this bad notion that I might not be recording. So because I did a video the other day and I did the whole video and I wasn't recording and it was heartbreaking. Okay. So this would be the 1 wave followed by the 2. All that was 3, and we're making the 4, and we're going up for 5. Okay, and that's what we're looking at. And so I've really got this target right up in here in the $8,500 region to $8,600. There is structure, I think, that's over yonder here that does support that as well. To dig in a little deeper right here, let's just look at this wave and analyze it a little closer, just to show you why I've been thinking these things. And I hope, just me showing you my rationale really helps you to become confident in the TA, as well as just understand what goes into producing an Elliott wave count, and how to think about it and how to validate different scenarios that are going on. And it's just not just just putting lines on a chart. And a lot of people accuse me of that. Just you're just throwing lines on our chart and saying, yeah, it's going to go here. It's just not the case. It's just not what we do. So here, this came up for the 1, and this was the 2 wave, okay? And then what you have here is the 3 wave, and you should see 5 subwaves, and you do. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's the 3 wave. And so I'm really leaning into this particular account because it just seems to support it. This looks very 3 wave-ish, A, B, C, just like that. And then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. At 1, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's a 3 in. We're putting the 4 in. So this right here is the 4. So what we need to do here is throw the fibs on this and see what's going on. I think we got a little bit of a fake out reversal here, in my opinion. That's what I think is going on right there. Let's see here. We came down for, this looks like an A followed by a B. Okay, this is, if you get to the smaller time frames, there's 5 waves in that little sucker. You have to go down to the 1 minute to see it. I'm not going to do that with you. This is a nice 3 wave B, and then we need a nice 5 wave C coming down. This is a nice zigzag being formed. Okay, and so the question is, do we see 5 waves in here? And it's really tough. You might make the case that this is 1, 2, 3, 4, an extended 5th, and this is done. That is a possibility. Okay, so I want to at least entertain that thought. That's a possibility. The way, I just don't know. I just don't know. Price is really inching up here nice and slow. Makes me think that something else is going on. What I think here is that this is the 1, this is 2. We've made a 3 possibly. 4, and we're going to have a little 5 here. And so in that scenario, it looks something like this. This could be the 1 and the 2. That makes more sense from a division standpoint. And then we come down here to the 1276. So that is a possibility. Okay, I'm looking for this as a target, and if this count is correct, I'm looking for this as a target if this is correct. If price continues down here somehow to the 1618, this count is not correct. We are not going up, we are going down. Okay, so I just want you to know that this is how we validate or invalidate this count. If price stops here anywhere below the 16, before it gets to 1618 and reverses, this count is still intact, and this ABC is finished, and then we go up for 5 smaller waves to complete. I'm looking for $8,500 to $8,600 as the target. So know and understand that. Okay. Now, if price continues on down, if price continues down past the 1618, this count is invalidated, and what you actually are going to probably be having here is a 1, a 2, this would be the 3, a 4, and a 5 of an A wave or a 1 wave. Okay, so that would be a 1 wave, would be followed by a 2, a shorter 2, and then we'd be going down more. That would be a deep bear scenario. We're going to know. So today and tomorrow, watch price. If we come down here to $7,200, then we're going down. If that happens today, okay, let me just repeat it. If today we go down to $7,200, I do not believe we're going higher. We're not going to make a higher high. However, if we stop at $7,400, or shy of 73, I think 73 is too deep. It would have to be the $7,400 mark. If we stop at $7,400 and then go up, we're heading up for $8,500. That's what I'm looking at. Those are my two basic. That's what I want you to be looking for. Okay, so there's the analysis for Bitcoin. I hope that helps you. So we're gonna watch this waveform and see what happens. Right now I'm looking at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, again, comes down here to the 72.97 and lower. We're going down most likely. All right. Just digging in just a little bit more, just in case. I guess there is a possibility. Now, this would be 5 waves coming down. Let me just talk about one more possibility, I suppose, and let me, I'm sorry to be vacillating here, but this is just a really hard region right now. We just have to wait for price to do its thing. This could be a finished 5 waves. Okay, this could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That could be a finished 5 waves, and we're making a 2 wave with a deep 2. That is a possibility as well. If that's the case, we're going to have to make 5 waves, 3 waves, and 5 waves, and that's a really, really odd looking 2. I don't like that. I don't like that as a potential, but I suppose it's still valid. I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time. All right, so we're looking for price. We're going to see what it does here. If it goes below 72, you know what's going on. All right, let's look at Litecoin really quickly. Litecoin's, to me, a little easier, and it's what makes me think the count is going up to 8,500 in Bitcoin. The count here in Litecoin tends to be a little bit easier. Remember, I say it's a little easier. Yeah, I believe it is. There's still some question in my mind, and so let me go to the 2-hour chart. The 4-hour might be better. Okay, so the big question of the day is, we came down here. That was a 4 wave most likely, and we're coming up for 5. So the big question of the day is that 5 waves finished? And yesterday I came to the conclusion maybe not, but it's still valid that it is finished. So is this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? That is a possible count, and it looks good and it's done. I want you to know that. But another possible count for this, and it's the same thing with Bitcoin. We got a 1, we got a 2, all that was 3. We've made the 4, and we're coming up for 5, for a larger 5. That's an odd shape. I'm not sure that I like it, but I think it's possible still. Okay, that is still a possible scenario. All right, now in order to know that, we gotta dig in here again, okay, and talk about the scenarios and how it would be invalidated or not. So let's go to the 15-minute chart and dig into this little area. If we're going up for a wave, this is a 4 wave. That means we need to find an ABC. And it needs to come to a fib level. That is normal. So it's a really steep A wave there. We got a B there. And so I'm looking for C to come down here to the 86. I'm watching the $8,600 mark. They did a reversal here off of structure. I personally think it's a fake out to the upside, and we're going to end up coming down for more. I'm expecting that if this isn't A, B, and C, this is the way it's going to look. That C wave needs 5 waves, okay? So here's the 1 wave. There's the 2. We made 3, or we're finishing 3, 4, and 5. Something like that. That's what we're looking at if if we're going up from here in 5 waves. All right, we need price to stop here. Okay, if it doesn't stop, if it doesn't stop here at the 1276 at the $8,400, and we make a lower low, this thing is going lower and it's going down to $73 at least. Okay, I'm not going to show you that. Just keep that in mind. $73 if we break this low of $84. Okay, if we break 84, we're going down to 73. At least, and we may be going lower than that. That doesn't mean we're going to go straight there. We're going to go down in waves. So you got to remember that it's going to come back up, and okay, and everybody's going to think, "Oh, Jim, you were wrong." No, I'm not wrong. It's just going to go down in waves. We're going to be, like a 1, 2, 3. We're going down. Okay, so it doesn't mean we don't have anything to trade as that goes down. I'm just saying that it's going down if we break this $84. So we're going to watch this wave today form and see what's going on with that. Okay, because basically if this is actually a 3, you see we have the 1 and then the 2, we got the 3 extension down here. The 3, if we're going down, the 3 is going to come down here. Okay, and then the 4 will be up here, and then the 5's coming down. Okay, then we're going to stop somewhere around 80. We're going to go up for a B wave or a 2 wave, and stop somewhere in here around $90 and continue down. That is a scenario as well. So I want you to be aware of that and be watching for that. So we're going to be really, really watching this market and seeing what this wave does. Here, this is going to be critical for you guys to know. $86. If we see reaction off of 86 or $84, 86 or 84, that's how we're going to know we're going up. So we need to watch and see, okay, if does price reacts off. So in Bitcoin, your key targets, okay, if it reacts off of 74 and goes up, we're good. If it goes below 74, we're bad. It's bad. Okay. It's bear. Okay. If we get a reaction off of 84 to 86 here in Litecoin, we're going up for bull. If price goes down to 81, we're going down for bear. And this is the application of the skills I tried to teach you yesterday. Okay, so I'm gonna leave it there today. That's a long enough video. You've got the price targets. I'm gonna do more teaching as we go, but that's what we're watching today. I hope that helps you see the market. Be careful in this trading environment. It's really risky. You might want to sit out for a little while and let the market show itself. You guys, hey, do a like and subscribe and click the notification bell, and don't forget our Litecoin swing trading community. I want to invite you to it. It's a great group. We share charts and comments on Bitcoin and Litecoin and others. We've got a bunch of new members here, and I'm glad you're here. Come on in if you're not a part of this group, and enjoy the company. And we'll give you some trades and we'll help you. But I hope you enjoy my channel. I've got all kinds of videos here that just do a lot of teaching along the way. Every video has teaching in it for the most part. So you can go back and watch some of the other videos. They're all labeled, as to what you can learn here. You can learn about divergence in this one. You can listen, if you go to some of the other videos to highlight, I have one on RSI, how to use the fib tool right here, this trading minute, how to use the fib tool. That's a quick 3-minute video you can watch. How to trade a triangle in this video. There's all kinds of little lessons. So go through and just try to read them and see if you can find some old lessons to go. And just there's a treasure trove of information here, and you can kind of fast forward through the videos and find where I'm teaching and learn what you can. So I hope you enjoy the channel, and let me know if you have any questions. Okay. All right. I hope you guys have a fantastic Monday. Keep safe out there. Bye bye.